Honestly, off the park, I think David Gray is
I think
no...
he's handled himself brilliantly.
Oh, brilliantly, but I mean in terms of the recruitment stuff, I thought it was really interesting on last night's Hotline Live. Our kind of transfer guru, Scott Burns, was on, and he said he knew for a fact that there were several names mentioned to Nick Montgomery as potential signings last season that Nick Montgomery and his team said, no, they're not good enough, that ended up signing for Hibs this summer under David Gray. Now, that is pretty mad to me.
Yeah. By the way, it's mad, especially when in the in between times you've appointed a technical director in Malky Mackay, who you would think, along with the recruitment team, would be in charge of getting the signings in.
Aye.
So I'd be amazed if Malky Mackay would be happy with that, or if you would settle for that. No, if you're getting into that job, new technical director, new head coach, but you're having to bring players in who were part of the previous regime's recruitment. Oh, listen, maybe that is what happened, and Malky Mackay goes in, trusts the recruitment
Maybe disagrees, or
or trusts them and says, look, you've done work on these guys, let's have a look at them and bring the. No, you always kind of. If there's a list of 5, they'll get it down to 2 or 3, and then pick what one they want. But listen, recruitment's not been great for a long time. It has a long time before David Gray and Malky Mackay were anywhere near the place. It's not been brilliant to mention the goalkeeper. He's no covered himself in glory this season so far. He's not helped the manager or his teammates. There's been a few errors, one at Celtic Park I can remember, which was just horrendous as well.
The defence has been wild for as long as you can remember as well.
Defence, it feels like it's been wild for
for a long
whole
time.
life.
You know.
That was the big problem in the summer for Hibs. One of the big problems was they had to get centre backs and a keeper.
And you thought with Gray you would get that?
You thought, yeah. You thought even the pedigrees of, in terms of where O'Hora and
Epiteta,
where they came from, you thought they should be decent. They should shore it up. They've got physicality. They've came for decent leagues. Even the goalkeeper had a decent kind of history. Where you thought he'll be a decent replacement for obviously David Marshall going out, but it hasn't worked. And that's why I feel for the manager a bit.
The worrying thing for Hibs fans and for David Gray as well is that see the teams that you would expect to be in the relegation conversation, your Ross Counties, your even Kelly are down there, but they've strung together. Ross County, St Johnstone, they're all winning games. They're all showing signs of life.
I know.
And that's why I say if they do lose tonight to Aberdeen, I can't see David Gray getting much. They have to change something.
Even Hearts. I mean, Hearts shouldn't be down there.
Aye.
But they are. But the same breath, the new managers come in, there's been a bit of an upturn. I know obviously they lost to Celtic, but in general there's been an upturn in performances at Hearts, and you feel as if they're about to kick on when they get a wee run of games.
And we know they've got quality. They've got good players at this level.
Whereas Hibs, it just doesn't look like happening. And you're right, I mean, that game tonight, I was thinking about it today. I mean, I think I fancy Aberdeen to win.
Me too.
Because
I just think they'll have too much.
And also I think Aberdeen, because they were in such a good run, obviously they've had a couple of defeats in the Cup to Celtic and lost at the weekend to St Mirren, but they've got a lot of kind of feel-good factor in the bank. Do you know what I mean? With Jimmy Tilleen and the fans, and I think they'll take a big travelling support tonight. They will be confident that they can bounce back for the St Mirren game at the weekend. Whereas Hibs, as we touched on, I mean, the confidence and the morale must be at an all-time low. And if Aberdeen scored first, or if Hibs got off to a bad start, the crowd will undoubtedly turn. It'll be a low home crowd anyway, I would expect. And it could turn toxic if they go a goal or two down.
I hope I'm wrong. Sorry. I don't mean to offend Aberdeen fans. What I'm trying to say is I hope Hibs win. No offence to Aberdeen, but I can't see
keep the manager.
I just think
nah, you're right. You'd like to see him.
And he's it seems like he's not done anything wrong. It's just a mad.
And listen, remember it's his first ever job.
Exactly.
I mean, this, if he does get the sack, it shouldn't mean the end for David Gray as a manager. As I say, everything you're hearing, you speak to players, you speak to coaches. I was at Hibs during the week doing an interview, spoke to a couple of the backroom team, and listen, I know they're going to they're going to back the guy that they're working with, but there's a, a real genuine feeling for David Gray. Not just that he's a good guy, that he's a very good coach and could be a good manager, but he's been thrust into that job, a massive job, given where Hibs were at the end of last season. Big pressure, a big name technical director. You've got everything going on upstairs with the Black Knights, and there's pressure for that as well when there's investment for America. A huge job for his first in management. And I just hope that if it does go pear-shaped for him, it doesn't scar him. I don't think it will. I think he would have the confidence to come back again, in what role or where that might be, who knows. But no, I think he's a decent coach and could be a decent manager, but it's not happening for him just now.